So I can't believe how many interviews we've done, and I see people applying for a job with a CV or a resume totally different than what the job you applied for. And when you ask them, why are you applying for this job when your skill set does not match this job? And the answer is always, well, I'm trying to broaden my horizon or my experience. So I'm trying to see what's out there. Oh, basically, I'm trying to make more money. But we need to understand, and I hope, especially the young guys, women graduating from university, you know, hopping from one job to another is actually looking as an employee standpoint, it's not good because it shows lack of commitment, lack of focus. If you have a background in technical background or software or networking and you're applying for field operation, it's totally different. I don't care how much money is. If you really want to succeed, you have to have long-term vision. You have to see long-term. If you don't see long-term, you're just not going to get it. So and it takes time to build skill set. You can in 6 months you're not going to be an expert on A, B, and C, you know, and that just don't make no sense. And so number one, you need to know what you want to do. If what you study, and that's what happened to me, so I can't even front on this one. I've studied computer science. I graduated. I hated it. Was always in business. Don't know even why I didn't do business school. Actually, I didn't do business school because the theory, the classes teaching you about theory was useless. I hated it. I loved math. I thought computer science was gonna be, an extension to the math that I knew. But coding was just not for me. Sitting on the desk was not for me. But I quickly realized that, and I never looked back. But I can't understand guys that do 2 years, 1 year, 2 years networking. Then all of a sudden, I've seen resume with 4 or 5 different career set in the same resume in less than 5 years. Guys, it's crazy. It tells me you just hopping around like a, I don't know, man, just from one car to another, no direction, no focus. Why would I hire you? What's telling me tomorrow you're not gonna leave? And I always tell people, we spend money. When you hire someone, you spend money, training them, teaching them about the ropes, the business, and all those things. So we need someone that has long-term vision, obviously. If you're going to come to a company and we see in your resume every 6 months you've been changing job, I guarantee you're always going to be stagnant. That's all you're going to be doing. I don't care if you get like maybe 50,000 franc difference and all that, but you're never going to grow. You grow in consistency. That's where you grow in your career. You have to show consistency in one field. And yes, some fields are very broad. You can build on top of that, but don't change from one field to totally a different one. It just doesn't make no sense. So if you don't get that, I'm sorry, guys. You're just never going to grow in a company, And last thing is, I see too many people applying for startups and asking, well, how stable your company is. You know, Stability is a framework. It's a frame. It's a mindset, because tomorrow even big companies have folded. Number one, number two, the best way to grow is with a startup in your career because you can grow with the company. The hardest way to grow your career is with a big company. And if you don't understand that, please read some more about startups. Read some more about how a lot of startup employees in some of the most successful companies have retired millionaires just because they started at an early stage. They were giving stock option. They were giving a lot of benefits because they were early employees. And the early employees that help build the company are the ones that are the most rewarded. That's what you have to understand. So get that in mind.